Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. This is our project, and before we get started I have to say that I cased this from a pin I found on Pinterest. Haven't been able to locate it again. I saw it and remembered it. I think it was Song of My Heart is the name of the lady's blog, but I wouldn't be sure. And I did look on her blog and I couldn't see it I looked a few days ago and I couldn't see it anywhere on her blog, but I thought that was who it was. Anyway, I did case this from this lovely lady, so thank you very much to her. I love it. Again, I did promise this is the last card I'm doing using these products, the Small Bloom Punch and the Thoughtful Bloom stamp set, available free during the celebration if you're interested. And I thought this was a lovely card. Now, the picture I saw, the photo I saw was lilac. I made this one first of all, but I thought actually I'm going to recreate the lilac one here on my video today. So what do we need? As per usual, we need a card blank. I'm using Highland Heather, and I'm going to score it. It's my usual card blank, 21 by 15 centimeters, scored at 10.5. If you're working in inches, it's 8 1/4 by 6 inches, scored at 4 1/8. Oh, scoring blade came out then. There we go. So that's my, oh, that's not in the right place. What am I doing? Why didn't that work? Where did I do it? Oh, don't know what I did there. I think I did it 9.5 or 11.5. Let's try again. Never mind. Okay, we'll just have a bit of a fold on the back there. It's all right. Oh, you get warts and all on my videos. Yeah, I don't tend to edit, so that will be on the video when it comes out. Right, there's my card blank. Right, and then we need 2 other pieces of card. We need a piece of Gorgeous Grape. On my yellow one I used Pumpkin Pie, and this was Daffodil Yellow. But on this one I'm using Gorgeous Grape to go across there, and I'm using a piece of our Thin Whisper White to go across there, which is what we're going to do the stamping on. So we're going to do the stamping first. So not that piece, this piece. Okay, right, so I've got lots of the stamps out here that we're going to use. These are the ones we're going to use for the base, and then we're going to add some on dimensionals with these stamps on top. So first of all, I'm going to take Granny Apple Green and I'm going to stamp some stems. So I'm going to try and vary the height. I've got a piece of paper here on my grid paper because I don't want it to ruin my grid paper. I know it's quite cheap grid paper, but I'm very protective of it. So let's turn that round. So if you turn this round, you get the stems going both ways. If I just bring my card in so I can see what I did. Made this quite a few days ago, so I can't really remember what I did. There we go. You can always go back and fill a few in if you've got more spaces. You can fill a few in later on. I'll do that one around that way. Do a really tall one. There we go. Right, I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm then going to come in with this. This is another stem, but it's got lots of little stems, and it's the little ball punch that goes on top of this. So I'm just going to come and fill some of the spaces with this so that we've got a nice dense background. Now, some of you who watch me know that sometimes I make cards with very little stamping on at all. Today is an exception. We've got lots of stamping on here today. So if you're a stamping girl, you'll be pleased with this card, I should think. And it is a lovely stamp set, this, to mix and match. Right, I'm going to put one more, go back in and do one more stem at the end here. Do it this way round. Do it there. There we go. So those are all my green stems, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with the dotty stamp, and I'm going to come in with Highland Heather, and I'm going to try and line this up on those stems. It's a bit tricky to see with the camera in my way, but I will try, and it won't really matter too much. I'm going to move it down here. I hope you can still see. Won't really matter too much if it doesn't line up exactly. because it's quite a messy sort of card. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, quite pleased with that one. But like I say, if you don't line them up exactly, it doesn't really matter. So just carry on doing those on all your little twiggy stems, like so. Put it round the right way. That one wasn't quite so good. Couldn't quite work out what I'd done with the stem there. There, most of them are okay. Okay, lovely. Okay, I'm then going to come in, we're going to keep my Highland Heather open. I'm going to come in with this stamp set. This is a little 5-petal stamp, and I'm just going to stamp that. First of all, I'm going to stamp it at the top of all these leaves, these stems that I've stamped. There we go. Trying to vary the height a little bit. One right down here. On there. Lovely. There we go. Yep, okay. And then I'm going to come in with this little petal flower. I'm going to do that in Gorgeous Grape. Like so. And I'm just going to stamp all over with Gorgeous Stamp. These little ones, I'm just going to make lots of stamps. Lots of impressions of these little flowers at the base here to fill in some of the spaces. I haven't got stems, but that doesn't worry me too much. There we go. And then we can start gluing our card together. So I finish this because the other bits are going to go on top. Okay, so let's put the stamp pad away for the moment. And then quickly going to bring in my Tombow. And I'm going to mount my Tombow. Now this panel is 4 centimeters wide. I did do inches, 1 and 5/8, and the Gorgeous Grape is 1 and 7/8 or 4.5. So I'm just going to line them up like that and glue them on there. Like so. Make sure I've got enough on there. Glue that onto my panel. Like so, so that you get a border either side. Line it up so that the border is the same on both sides, and the Tombow will give you room to wiggle this around until you're happy with it, if ever. Don't know that I'm ever going to be happy with it. There we go. And then that's going to be glued onto the front of our card like that, and it will overlap a little bit. I've cut my card to overlap a little bit because I like to trim it so I get a really crisp edge with don't want a gap where it doesn't quite meet, like so. And then all we've got to do is print, stamp and punch some flowers to go on top of our card. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute. Is that straight? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute. I'm just going to take a little bit of card and I'm going to stamp a couple of flowers in Highland Heather on here. And one in Highland Heather of this solid one, and then I'm going to do a couple of the solid one. Oh, I need to find a cleaner for my stamp. Get my stamping scrub. There we go, give it a quick clean. And just in Gorgeous Grape, stamp another of these And I'm just going to take this very, very tiny stamp, middle, and I'm going to do in Gorgeous Grape. I'm just going to do the centre of my Highland Heather stamps, just so that they've got a little centre in the middle of the flowers. There we go. Right, I've just got to punch those out with my small bloom punch, available free during celebration. Couldn't just wait to get my hands on this punch when I saw it in the catalogue. I knew I was going to have it, and that however much I needed to spend, I was going to spend that amount to get it. So line up the punch, and punch, and punch, punch, and these are all going to be mounted with dimensionals on the panel that we've already stuck on the card. There we go, there's all my flowers. So now this is dried a bit, I can come in and I can just trim this down. That gives a nice crisp edge there, and this side as well. So you can see those edges are really nice. Right, let's find my dimensionals. I have a special pair of tweezers for dimensionals because they tend to get quite sticky. So I have a special pair that I don't use for anything else but dimensionals. A bit like my ribbon scissors. I have a pair of scissors just for ribbon because otherwise they get blunt. Right, okay, and we're going to stick. We're going to take a large dimensional each time this time because that will just about fit in the middle of the flower. And we are going to stick, this is a Gorgeous Grape one, I think, yep. So we're going to stick him over there in that gap. I'm going to take a Highland Heather one, I'm going to stick it there. I'm going to take another Gorgeous Grape one and stick it up here, and then I've got two more, another Highland Heather one which I'll stick at the end there, over here, and a Highland Heather solid one which is going to go here. And there we are, that's our panel and all our stamping done. Isn't that pretty? I love it, love it. There was my yellow one, here's my purple one, and I'm just going to quickly, we've got a couple of minutes before I will need to finish this video. I need a little bit of Whisper White, and my memento pad, which is at the back there. And this is a thank you greeting that is from the Little Ladybug set, which is there, and that's a set that you can get for hosting a party and getting orders of £275, or making an order yourself, £275. This is going to be a thank you card, obviously, not a birthday card like the previous one. And you could do this with a trimmer, but I tend to do this by eye, just with hand scissors. It's just much quicker. It's such a little piece, it doesn't matter really if the edges aren't absolutely straight, like so. And then that is just going to go down there to make a little thank you card, and this will probably be one of my customer thank you cards at some point. I tend to send out thank you cards I don't tend to, I do. I send out thank you cards, handmade thank you card every month to all of the people that have ordered with me. I also send them a little hand packaged gift or a handmade gift. It might be a notebook or some chocolate wrapped up, decorated beautifully, or something like that. And then I also send them, if they use my shopping code, I send them a product gift as well. Last month they all got an embossing folder. Don't know what this month's going to be yet, but wait and see. Right, there we go. 2 beautiful cards. Hope you like them, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.